I woke up today and realized I messed up. It's Easter Sunday and I completely forgot to account for it. Because I had a whole video planned for this week, like a whole proper production. And then when I woke up today, I realized that there's not gonna be enough time to do it. I mean, not if I wanna enjoy Easter anyway. So right now I'm sitting here with a very basic setup, although I do have a secondary camera pointing at me right now. But I decided that I'm not gonna let a holiday ruin the promise that I made to myself to post every single week, every single Monday, no matter what. So today I want to talk about why I'm still doing this when honestly nobody, I mean almost nobody, is really watching this. Hey there, if you're new here, I'm Alex, and this is me trying to become the person I keep telling myself I'll be. I want to document everything because this is what it actually looks like sometimes. So here's the confession I have. I've always had a plan. I've always been planning videos ahead and trying to stay on track and post every single Monday. But this week though, I really forgot that Easter is gonna come in on Sunday, on this Sunday. Like I knew it was Easter to, to some degree, like in the back of my mind, but it just didn't register with me until this morning, until today. And so I obviously fucked up and didn't plan around it. And here's the thing, because I'm actually not religious in the, classic biblical, let's call it, sense. But for me, it's actually the tradition side of it that's really important, because growing up, it always brought me joy to be in the family with my family and celebrate Easter. And so I obviously want to carry this tradition forward because it's something that still brings me joy. It's still bringing back those nice joyful memories that I have. And yes, I had a video that I was really excited about because it was something different. It was a real production but it was different and I was gonna try something new. And when I sat down today and realized that I wasn't gonna be able to film, edit, and stay in the front of the PC, in the front of the computer all day long, and also enjoy Easter, that's not compatible, that's not possible. Yeah, I kind of wanted to skip it, to be honest. I was in that point of, nobody's gonna care anyway, nobody's gonna notice that you've skipped 1 week, and so why even bother? Especially since, it's like an important day for you personally. But that thought alone, that's exactly the reason why I'm sitting here right now and trying to make this work. Because this is gonna be video number 11. I still have 16 subscribers, just like 2 weeks ago. And the views are kind of tiny, to be honest. So there's no real audience that's gonna wait for my videos, that's waiting actually for my videos for me to upload. So why do I bother, right? Like what's the point of all of this? Especially since honestly there's no real evidence that this is even working. And I really wanted to think about that, like honestly, not the motivational, inspirational answer, the real one. And I think that the real answer would be that in the past, I've tried changing my life privately so many times, new diets, new habits, new goals. And yet every single time, because nobody was watching, I kind of had the opportunity to quietly quit and nobody would even notice. There was essentially no accountability, no real evidence, just another thing that I started and didn't finish. This channel though exists so I cannot do that. Well, mostly. But yeah, every single Monday there is a video or there isn't one. And if there isn't, I cannot pretend anymore. There's gonna be a gap. And I'm gonna have to take it up with, first of all, myself. And here's the thing, because it is working. Like all the stuff that I care about right now is moving in the right direction. Slowly, but it's moving. Like I'm making progress on my weight loss journey, and even my videos are getting noticeably better every single upload. I can actually really feel it. And some other people told me that as well, including my girlfriend, which she's supposed to be supportive, but I think she's right because I can see it myself, and that's important. That's the most important part of it. But from the outside, there's nothing. Like there's no milestone, there's no viral moment, there's no comment section blowing up. It's just me alone in my room talking to a camera week after week. But that's the thing about building something real. It's gonna be invisible for a long time. You're putting in the work, you know, day after day or week after week, and the evidence that any of it matters is not even there. You kind of have to make the choice to choose to trust the process, even though the process hasn't proven anything back to you. My gym journey was exactly like this. 3 years, 5 days a week, until it became a part of who I am. But you know, nobody even noticed for a long time. I mean, not even me, to be honest. Like for the first year, I didn't notice anything. But I just wanted to kind of, you know, trust the process and do it no matter what. And I think that, I know that this channel, this whole journey that I'm on right now is in the same early chapter as well. So today, Easter Sunday, I had every legitimate reason to skip, right? I mean, there's Easter, there's family tradition, a planned video that isn't ready, you know, nobody would have blamed me. Nobody would have even noticed once again. But you see, I think that the last part, the nobody would have noticed, is the most important and dangerous sentence in any journey. And it's because it's true, you know, that kind of sentence ended every single attempt that I had at doing anything in the past or completing anything in the past. But here I am anyway, with like a very basic setup and a very basic plan that I sketched out in, you know, like the last hour. Because the version of me that skips just this once is the version of me that's gonna quit forever. And I've been that guy so many times in the past that I know exactly how that story is gonna end. So this isn't polished. This isn't gonna be impressive, but it's a promise that I'm gonna keep to myself, that I'm keeping to myself. And right now, in this moment, that's enough. So if you're building something right now that nobody can see yet, drop it in the comments below and let's talk about it, both of us. And if you wanna see whether this actually is gonna work, if I'm gonna make it, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps. Every single Monday, I'm gonna keep my promise, whether it's messy or not. But before you go, click here if you wanna see my last video where I talked about how a failed week looked like for me and how you can actually see the good in something like that. And always remember, it's not that serious.